everybody. I'm just going to give a quick update. Actually, going to be more than a quick update because I've been really busy lately and spending some money. Well, first, this is what I did on Saturday. Was I assembled this unit of 20 skeletons. If you know the difference, these are the old skeletons from the previous version, which is what I happen to have. So it came in a box of 20 instead of a box of 10, and I think it's a much better deal. I really did not enjoy putting them together, getting them all ranked up and stuff like that, but yeah, it came out okay. Obviously still need to do something with them paint-wise, but at least I got them started. I'd like to put together a playable force, but I'm not sure on the restrictions. I can't find in the rulebook where how many heroes I can have versus how many core units I have to have for various point levels in games. There's just one little note that says, at 2000 you have to have 3 core, and it doesn't tell me about anything like 1250 or something like that. So anyone can point out the page in the rulebook that I'm missing, or in the Vampire Accounts book that I'm missing to build a army list. Please let me know. Let's see, what else have I been doing? I've gotten a bunch of stuff, gotten some new toys. Let me carefully put these skeletons out of the way. White background there. What else have we got? I bought this toy. I found a new evil place that I really can never go to again, called Harbor Freight Tools. So I picked this thing up. This is a $15 hot knife. I'm sure you've seen these on YouTube before. They're apparently a really good cheap hot knife for doing foam turning. Let's see what's in the box here. Oh, that's pretty. So what do you get for your $15? Looks like it's adjustable temperatures. It's got this guide on it. You can slide up and down for different depths. Well, that's really freaking cool. It's not bad. Feels sturdy. You're supposed to put it down. It's like a bracket or something set on. But yeah, that's not a bad deal for $15. Now I just have to give him some foam to see what it does. So Harbor Freight Tools is an evil place. If you've never been there before, don't go there with money in your pocket. I also picked up a tubing cutter. I'll show you why later. Picked up this little $15 corded reversible variable speed drill. My current drill I have is not variable speed. So this I can use for food, pinning and whatnot for larger models. Because I'm way too lazy to use the magnets. This is what I actually used my old drill, my single speed plug-in drill to do the magnets on my Death Company. So I wish I would have had that at the time, because I had to be really careful. See, so what else have I gotten into? Let's see, my current painting project. Sorry. I am doing a drop pod. As you can see, I'm doing it in pieces. Some detail in there. Got all my lights gemmed up in there. Focus. So this is my current project. My next project after that is done. Is that a Valkyrie? Why would I need a Valkyrie? Well, because open the box right here. I'm sure you've seen a Valkyrie before. However, you've never seen a Battle Wagon accessory sprue in a Valkyrie box before. That's right, this is my next Battle Wagon project. I bought a bunch of tubing for a roll cage. I bought the Defro accessory sprue, and of course I bought the tubing cutter to make my life easier, and I'm going to build me a Jet Dragster Battle Wagon out of this crap. What else have I picked up? Of course, I'm still waiting on my Ball Predator to show up from GW. It's taking their own sweet time to process my order. So I picked up an inexpensive airbrush, just for base coating and stuff. This it uses propellant, and it's an external mix, which means The external mixes require a whole heck of a lot less cleaning, if any cleaning at all, compared to internal mix. The external mixes aren't as good for detail work or making pretty looking stuff, but for just spraying on stuff, and specifically for this particular hobby, the external mixes are just fine, from what I've heard. I'll give it a try. It came with a bunch of really cool paints too that are ready to spray. There's a couple different kits that comes in. This was the camouflage kit, so it came with a nice tan, nice sand color, some brown and gray. This jar here is actually from my previous tester's airbrush, which is this thing right here, which is actually very good for just base coating. It just clips right onto the top of the propellant can. It's really good for base coating. I did a Land Raider and some other armor with Dark Angels green with it. You can still see some of it on here, and it worked perfectly. It was just like turning regular GW paints into a spray can. That's basically all it's good for. It's not very It's not adjustable. At least this one is adjustable. Single action external mix. And using that hose, I don't have to hold the propellant. So I picked this up. This was only $20 for the kit. And it came with 5 paints. These caps actually go on the paint bottles. And so once the paint bottle is empty, you can just use these as jars. And I got more Tester's paints that came with this one. I got a whole bunch of flat military colors. It came with the other airbrush cap. Yeah, they're not, I'm not going to be doing any, professional airbrushing with this, of course. We've been doing car graphics or super duty stuff, but for just spraying stuff on to train or base coating or anything like that, I think this will be more than sufficient. So whether I need to fire it up and see what it does, and for now though, it's going to sit here until I can get a chance to use it. So I'm just waiting on my second Ball Predator box from GW right now, and along with the 2 Forge World pieces I need to put it together, which is the Blood Angel. I have the Blood Angel's Rhino doors, which I'm going to use the front on the Ball Predator, and I bought the rear door with an eagle from Forge World, which is going on the back. And once I get those 3 bits in, then I will be able to start on my Ball Predator. And once I get done with that Ball Predator and my drop pod, I'm probably going to pick up a Black Reach Dreadnought. Once I finish with those 3 models, I'll be completely done with my Blood Angels army until April, which means having to buy 3 of the Storm Harbinger landers. Yeah, I haven't catched up. I guess that's going to be the official name of the landers in the Storm Harbinger, or something like that. And it's going to be really cool. It's probably going to be about the same cost as the Valkyrie, so I'm putting some money aside to save up to buy 3 of those. 3 Storm Harbingers, 2 drop pods, and all the Rhinos I have now should be more than sufficient. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the overcharged engines though, so I hope they don't do what I've seen on the rumors, which is overcharged engines are always active, but whenever you do move fast, you count as open-topped, and immobilized counts as wrecked. To be perfectly honest, with a Rhino, I don't see any reason to ever do that. It would just, I prefer to keep it like it is, even though I stall out like 40% of the time. So that's where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going to paint the skeleton. I can just do the old bleach bone and Devlin mud wash and call it a day. But I'm not sure that's what I'm going to do. I need to figure out how to build up an army list so I can get the models out and put them together for the vampire counts. Oh, and some close-ups of my vampire. This is the vampire I finished. I used a lot of wet blending on the purple. So I'll just finish off the video with this. Grab some purple foundation paint and some drying retarder and spend an evening playing with the blending. Gotta learn how to do it. It's all highlighted. And the sword is the same thing I do with all my Blood Angel stuff with the sword. So I'll leave it at that. And now that's about it. So more stuff to come as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.